Hey, what's up guys? This is Smpantera. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to actually be bringing you a Zoodiac True Draco deck profile. I took this to my locals yesterday and I actually got first place. Um, I went 4-0. It was actually really cool. So we're just going to get into the deck profile and then I'll pretty much explain the cards and the combos to you. Today it's going to be pretty in detail. So we know it's gonna be in good detail just because like I want you guys to kind of understand the deck a little more of how it works and just how I was doing some of my plays, beating some of the opponents. They were very tough opponents actually. Alrighty, so let's just get it started. We'll start with the monsters from the main deck. And we'll start with the Zoodiac monsters. We got one Rapier, a Zoodiac Bunny Blast, and then Zoodiac Ram for my singles. Alrighty, these guys are pretty basic, but they really just help the deck go off. I used to have higher ratios of Zoodiac monsters, but I feel like I lowered it down because I don't need so many. I feel like I could brick a little bit having too many Zoodiac monsters, so that's why we lowered the count. But pretty much Zoodiac Ram, whenever I use an effect to pop one of my cards, he's averagely going to be my target to always be special summoning a Zoodiac from my graveyard that I can use pretty much as another material to turn into an XYZ or for link summoning. And then Zoodiac Rapier is just a good, if you have nothing, you know, when in doubt, you can bring out Rapier and then send a Whiptail to the graveyard to have yourself a little protective Zoodiac monster. And then Zoodiac Bunny Blast just to return any Zoodiac, I believe you can return any Zoodiac card. So you can even return your spell called Zoodiac Barrage. That's why Bunny Blast is good. Alrighty, on to the next. Next, we're gonna have double Whiptail. Also, I used to run 3, but now I'm running 2 because I feel like I don't need the third one. So I feel like this is a little bit more efficient. Sorry guys if the vocals are a little off. I'm a little sick. And then we're gonna go on with Zoodiac Thoroughblade. Zoodiac Thoroughblade, he's pretty much the guy who's gonna he filters your deck out pretty good. He helps send pretty much, if you have Ram in your hand, you normal summon Zoodiac Thoroughblade, you can activate the effect to send Ram to the graveyard and then it lets you get a draw. So it just like, and then you can pop off your Zoodiac combo to, you bring out Chaka 9 and you detach to special summon the Ram and then you could start popping off doing combos. So yeah, Thoroughblade is pretty much your main monster of your Zoodiac side of the deck because of the efficiency to let you draw. And then let's continue on with the deck. That is all for the Zoodiac monsters. Next, we're gonna have our True Draco monsters. And we're gonna start off with Ignis Heat, Majesty Maiden, Masterpiece, doubles, and then I can't really pronounce this, but I believe it's Miriamine, the True Draco Phoenix. So these are pretty much it for the True Draco monsters. Sorry guys, had that offset. The Masterpieces is pretty much, he's your main boss monster, you know, he's OP. I'm always tributing spell and traps and some of my smaller Zoodiac monsters to just bring them out, get some pops on the field. It is unaffected by whatever you tribute it with. Majesty Maiden, just to help you search to get either him or Ignis, depending on the situation and how many cards you have in hand. Ignis, you know, because whenever your opponent, same thing, whenever they activate a monster effect or any effect on the field, his effect triggers to bring out any Zoodiac True Draco spell, and you can either activate it on the field or add it to your hand. And then Miriamine, I might change it in the future, but I just have it pretty much for the effect to destroy 2 other monsters. Normally I'll try to destroy either this or like this in the Maiden to special summon it, pop maybe the wind effect, and then activate the Zoodiac Ram effect to special summon a Zoodiac from the graveyard. So yeah, and that's it for these monsters. Then we're gonna go off with we're running a triple Boarbow because we're running the Boarbow engine. It pretty much runs Boarbow to get you to, I guess you could say, kind of like, it's like adjusting your hand, you know, because you got to get 2 draws and then after you summon it. But in order for this effect to trigger, you got to actually destroy one of the Boarbow. But we have many cards that do that for us in this deck. And then we're gonna go with my hand traps, which I'm running just 4 of them because I feel like this is a good ratio. And then it's pretty much the Ash, 2 Ghost Ogres, and the Maxi. I run this ratio. I might make it to 2 Ashes and 1 Ogre instead of the 2 Ogres and the 1 Ash. But as of right now, I don't have the other Ash. And also, I think Ghost Ogre has a little bit more of a, how would I say, edge over Ash in certain degrees, because I would say it has the edge over, it can pop Gigantic Diagram. It can just destroy, what do you call it, Last Resorts, or Spiral's Resorts, their field spell. While Ash Blossom, it may cancel it for the turn, but it won't destroy the card. That's why I feel Ghost Ogre has a little bit more of an edge over Blossom in certain things. Of course, there's for everything else that, you know, for special summoning in the deck and all that, you know, Ash Blossom is the way to go. Alrighty, and that is all for our monsters. Now we're going to move on with our spells. Now we're going to start off with the Zoodiac spell sets. And it's pretty much these 6 right here. And pretty much all it is, you know, get any Zoodiac right here. Get any Zoodiac right here. Or you could think about it, thoroughblade, 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 thoroughblade. So yeah. And then we're going to run the Gigantic Diagram engine, which is pretty much Gigantic Diagram, Gigantic Diagram, Gigantic Diagram, Gigantic Diagram, Gigantic Diagram, as you can see. So it's pretty much we play 5 ofs. Because if we get one of these, on average, they never ash the terraformings because it kind of is a waste. You rather use it on whatever field spell they get. But the thing that I like is when I do get my Gigantic Diagram, if they ash my Gigantic Diagram, it lives. I'm pretty cool with that, so... And then sometimes, since this freaking spell is so strong, this field spell, let's say they ash this one, you know what? I'm just going to play the other one that I had in my hand. Boom. Gigantic Diagram can trigger again. And what it does is pretty much destroys one card on either your field or your hand. And why it's good is because you are able to activate destruction effects after you do that. Alright. Then we're going to go with the spells, the True Draco spells that I'm running. I've run 3 of the True Draco Heritages. Normally what I like to do combos with this, because every single True Draco spell and trap has the effect that when it gets sent to the graveyard from the field, I believe, not even from the field, from field or hand, you can pretty much pop a spell or trap. And then for the trap, the True Draco traps, you can pop a monster. So this is a very useful card. Pretty much what I've done is pop this with Gigantic Diagram, and then pop a spell, and then activate another one to get the draw because I sent this heritage to the graveyard, and then still tribute it to summon my masterpiece. Very powerful, guys. Alrighty. And after that, I'm going to my singles of my spells. 1 Pot of Desires, 1 Scapegoat, 1 Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Twin Twisters. So for a lot of people, they don't like playing singles of cards a lot because they think it's like inefficient to be because you won't have the chance of drawing them. But the way that I see it, because of my boarbow boon, on average I always get to at least filter one of my cards. So running the singles I'm kind of cool with, because if, let's say, I didn't want the Pot of Desires, I just send it back with boarbow boon into the deck, or like, you know, so I have options. That's why I feel I'm okay with not running, you know, triple Twin Twisters or triple Solemn Strikes or triple Pot of Desires. I just feel like it's really not worth it. But not every deck can run as efficient as some of the decks of today or my deck. So you wouldn't be able to run like singles like this. But yeah, anyways, for me, I would say from how I was playing last night, it was running well for me. And then pretty much the last of this is going to be my traps. And we have the True King's Return, True Draco Apocalypse, a Skill Drain, and Evenly Match. And the way I feel for my trap lineup, I liked it for the most part. Most of the game, Skill Drain was really clutching for me. True King's Return, the True Draco Apocalypse, they're just really must-have cards, you know. Evenly Match, I felt meh about it. The one time that I did draw it, like, I guess it's true when they say this card you should run 3 of, not just like 1, because otherwise you're not going to really see it in your first turns. But for me, I mean, I was still going to be able to use this in one of the games, but I won the game before I did. But I don't know. I probably am gonna side deck it, and I believe I'm gonna swap it out for Imperial Order, which is one of the cards that I have in my side deck. But yeah, so like the reason why I run Skill Drain also is just because it kind of fucks my Zoodiacs over. But what is good about it is just I can always tribute it off, you know, for my True Draco monsters. So yeah, there's ways, ins and outs to everything in my deck. And I feel like it has good ratio that I can either go first or second, and I'm still going to be doing pretty solid. Now we're going to move on to my extra deck. Give me just one second. All right, now we're going to move on. For extra deck, we're running just 4 Link monsters. And it's going to be 1 Firewall and triple Mrs. Radiant. The reason why I run this is because the Firewall, if I get a Scapegoat, I'll just turn it to the 1 Firewall. You know, bring out, like, you know, there's other options I can do, but since my Zoodiacs are always moving around, and when my Zoodiac gets sent, and I bring out, like, let's say a Mrs. Radiant under here, it lets me special summon another monster from my hand. Sometimes it's a true Draco monster, so that's why I like the combination of having at least 1 Firewall. Mrs. Radiant, because the Scapegoats can just turn into 2 of them, which makes them both 2,400 and increase the damage of my Zoodiac monsters. Next, we're going to have Zoodiac Chakanine, 3 ofs. And then we're going to have Zoodiac tigermortar, 3 ofs. And then we're going to have, for the Zoodiacs, 3 more, a total of 9 Zoodiacs. And that is 2 boarbows and then 1 hammerkong. Hammerkong is kind of just a filler, but it's possible I can come to get to use it. Like, these monsters all have effects that I'm always able to calculate and pop off, like especially the Chakanines for days, just special summoning a Zoodiac monster. Yeah, its effects get negated and you can't use it for an XYZ summon, but it doesn't say you can't use it for a Link summon, and then also by the next turn, it's only for the turn that you can't use it, so it's already live. On average, I always bring out, I would bring back a Whiptail on the next turn just to equip the Whiptail into one of my XYZs. And then finally for the last of my extra deck is a Mimic Saber Invoker, and then 1 number 41 Baguska. Baguska just clutches a lot of games to slow down the game enough for you to come back once you turn into face-up attack. You know, your monsters aren't affected by his effect to be in defense, and its effects are negated. Mimic Saber Invoker for the Baba Boom combo that lets you pretty much summon a free Zoodiac from the deck. Super awesome. And then now we're gonna go from the extra deck to our side deck. Alright, here we go. For our side deck, I'm running 2 Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere modes, pretty much for when I'm going second against Spiral. Just drop the Trigate Wizard, Firewall, and Sleeper. Say no more, you know? Eater of Millions, everybody's playing Eater of Millions, so I'm playing 1 Eater of Millions. I didn't use it for my side deck, but I saw a lot of people playing it against me, and just, I'm sorry to say, Eater of Millions, but Masterpiece too strong, unaffected by monster effects, so it couldn't even banish me. Alright. And then this is pretty much my setup for my Light Sworns, sometimes for the Trick Stars. It just, cards can't get banished, you know, and then Chaos Hunter comes out. Chaos Hunter even affects Sleeper sometimes because you can't summon Sleeper by banishing the 3 Spiral monsters. So yeah, I might make this into just triple Chaos Hunters, but at the same time, the difference is that they're not going to special summon. And then if they get the special summon in before you summon the Chaos Hunter, like, you know, it's a little late. And then if they don't special summon, then Chaos Hunter, I mean, on average, when you're playing decks that are sending things to the graveyard or banishing cards, I mean, they do special summon, but so it might just turn into triple Chaos Hunter, that's all I'm saying. Anyways. And then my lineup of spells on the side, the Twin Twister, Cosmic Cyclones, just to add them in when there's just some decks, especially Pendulum decks, where you need to destroy some spell and traps. It's just necessary. The Raigeki for the, it's just when I go second, sometimes I'll decide to side it in if I need a board wipe. It helps against a lot against Trickstar. It's kind of hard to believe, but I swear, Trickstar is, you need a Raigeki sometimes. And then system down for ABC and other machine decks. I might even play it against a Cosmo deck one day. I don't know. I see Cosmos a lot there. And then my lineups of my traps. D-barrier when I'm playing against Pendulum. And, you know, any deck that's not just the link based. Because it just does good. Especially against, you know, when I, what do you call it? If I ever would have a, trying to remember the name. Mirror match. Dimensional barrier is where it's at. And then Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light. I like it because it's a continuous spell and trap, so I can use it for the tribute summon. And then also just, it has an awesome effect that it has in the graveyard. And also, you know, once per turn, if you activate it on the field, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, I just pay 1,000 life and negate the attack. He could be hitting me for 4k, he's only going to hit me for a k. And then you can activate this as much as times as you can. Oh no, yeah, once per attack, so you can activate this as much as you want in each turn. It's pretty amazing. And then Anti-Spell Fragrance for the Pendulum matchup. Just fuck Pendulums, I'm sorry, but they are the strongest deck as of right now in my opinion. And then Imperial Order also for the Pendulum and most other decks, because it just, anything, whenever you're negating their terraformings, their field spells, Imperial Order is pretty OP. I'm glad to have it at 1. Hate these crybabies saying that, oh, Imperial Order is too strong. Like, hello, we're playing Spirals, like you swear. Anyways, so that's pretty much it for my my deck right there. My extra deck, side deck, and my main deck. It was super awesome. I was happy winning, you know, going 4-0. Pretty much my match lineups, it was game 1 was versus Dinos, and it went 2-1. I took the 2, you know. And first game, I believe I won because of Twin Twister, and then I brought out Masterpiece, and he had no outs for my Masterpiece. And I was kind of destroying his field spell multiple times, so he couldn't activate its effect. Game 3... Oh, that's right. The Zoo's helped banishing some monsters, so he didn't have enough monsters to summon his ultimate Tyranno. He evolution pilled me twice, and I still beat this dude. That's how you know, like, true Dracos are pretty strong, and Zoo. The Zoo, just the banishing, man, is powerful. And then, for game 2, it was versus Trickstars. I went 2-0. I went second on the first game. And I used a blind Cosmic Cyclone, and then I activated Balbaboon. This noob Solemn strikes my Balbaboon. I'm like, why? You helped me out. And then when Balbaboon went to graveyard, I activated its effect, special summon 2 Balbaboons, and then just went off to combo off, you know, doing the MX Saber Invoker combo. It's just insane. MX Saber is a beast. Where'd he go? Looks like I can't find him, but I know he's in here somewhere. Anyways, but yeah, and then that was fun. I 2-0'd him, and then game 3 I was versus the Lightsworns. Oh man, that Lightsworn deck, the last time I played there, he was the only one who beat me, and I went 3-1. This time I 2-0'd him, and it was sorry. Game 1 I went first, and pretty much I had an out to his Brilliant Fusion. I pulled out Skill Drain on game 1, you know, because I was main decking Skill Drain, and then he still had an out for it by doing a Gold Sword combo, and he banishes I forgot the name of the Shiranui, but it's one of the Shiranuis that when it gets banished, pop 1 card on the field, and he popped the what do you call it, the Skill Drain, and then he was able to try to do the. He did I can't remember the combo name, but it was pretty much, he uses, oh yeah, the Predator Plants to Brilliant Fusion. So he uses the Predator Plant to Brilliant Fusion combo. Then when he plays Brilliant Fusion, I Twin Twistered that, and then I Ghost Ogred Invoker when he brought it out with the Predator Plants. So I was really dropping a lot of his resource from there. And then I just came back to my turn. I think he ended up with the Psyframe Lord Omega. And I just swang for, so I just summoned Thoroughblade. I attached, it was pretty hilarious. This was the most ultimate combo I did of the night. So it went Thoroughblade. Here we go. So it went Thoroughblade. Sorry, replay that. So it was hammerkong, Thoroughblade, swap out hammerkong. I attached Zoodiac Whiptail. And then I put boarbow to attack directly for game. And he was like, wait, what? I was like, well, yeah, boarbow, as long as I have a Zoodiac attached as an XYZ material, he can attack directly. And then I had both Rat Pierre and Whiptail attached to him, so I did the 2800. He only had 2400 life left. So that was a classic ass combo right there. Swear, like I was so happy when I took that game 1 like that. And then pretty much game 2, he let me go first again. And then I had another Twin Twister, I believe, on the field. And then he did the Max C challenge. Oh, there we go. That's how I won it. I did the Max C challenge. I had the Twin Twister, and he was still about to beat me, even with the Max C challenge. But then I clutched it with the scapegoat that he did not see coming. So I had pretty much 4 defenders, and I negated enough attacks for him to not to OTK me and came back to my turn. And then it was just I had more life than him, and that was GG. It was a beast game. Anyways, guys, so that's how those 4 games went. It was pretty cool. I cashed in my prize money. My prize for credit, store credit. It was, I don't know. It felt nice to win with the rogue deck. You know, it's like not even. It's not meta, guys, but having this to 3 and then Draganic Diagram to 3, yeah, like I'm having a blast playing this deck. Hopefully they keep Masterpiece at least to 1 and this next ban list, because Masterpiece is just a beast. And then my little Zoodiacs, proud of him. My little ulti Whiptail. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, subscribe, and like, and let me know what you guys would like to see. I appreciate your guys' time for watching. And then until next time, Smpantera out.